Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an SU-14-2. It's the Tier 8 Soviet SPG. This one's located on the south spawn of Kharkov, and it's under the command of cappapappa. Okay, battle started, and he's moving away to his firing position in the west. Now, let's see which gun he's using, because this one can carry the 152mm or the B4 203mm. Okay, he's got the top gun, the 203mm, 1050 alpha, penetrating 52mm of armour, and a burst radius of 10.9 meters. Now, he's not carrying any premium ammo, but he's only carrying 16 rounds in total, so considering it takes 38 seconds to load this gun, he's probably not going to be firing too many rounds. Now, this Arty is very similar to the SU-14-1, the Tier 7 Soviet SPG, which has now been placed in the Collector's tab, and the reason for that is it's basically the same vehicle. They were both built from the T-35 heavy tank, and the difference is basically that one has a radio station, and that's a good shot there on the IS-32, and a cover for the troops which prevents them from being hurt by small arms fire. Now, the Soviets have one of these, or rather the Soviets, the Russians have one of these at the Russian Tank Museum at Kubinka, and that's precisely where this vehicle, the SU-14-2, fired from during the Second World War, during the Great Patriotic War. And the enemy SU-14-2 has been spotted in the north and wiped out before cappapappa could get a shot, but there isn't T-44 and it looks like he's AFK, so cappapappa's fired a round in, got a nice 501 hit points from that shot. That guy's gonna load into the game and suddenly find he's missing most of his hit points, which is going to be very disappointing for him. That's if he loads into the game at all. Now back to the buildings, we can see the IS-32 hasn't moved very far, and he's being held in check by a T-10. Now it's a Tier 9 game, the IS-32 is a Tier 9, so's the T-10. But cappapappa's SU-14-2, or school bus as it's known, is actually Tier 8, which means he's going to earn extra XP, 10% extra XP for all the higher tier tanks that he hits. Now, looking towards the centre of town, we can see that there were some enemy tanks making their way through the centre, but we don't appear to have any opposition to stop them other than a T-30 and maybe a tank destroyer up in the corner. Over on the west side of the map, I just saw a Standard B, and there's also a Hawk 30, which is the premium light tank, the German, which is actually quite a decent tank, similar in many ways to which one was it? The one of the Rheinmetall ones. I was trying to think which one it was now. Rheinmetall Panzerwagen, that's it. Yes, in many ways. Not quite as beefy as a Leopard, but certainly very good. Okay, so Waffenträger auf Panzervierer. Oh my gum, there's a lot of enemy tanks up there. And the EBR just got derped out of existence by the Centurion 7-1. Well, derped out of existence. Just multiple tanks were firing at him all at once. And we're dialed in on the area, but I think that one's going to miss. Yep, just get some splash off the Centurion 7-1. But there's a lot of tanks over there, which tends to make me think that the enemy hasn't really fully engaged, and maybe those guys up at the front are a little concerned that they're going to get overrun. Normally in that sort of situation where you've got medium tanks operating where tank destroyers should normally operate, it can be a bit disconcerting for the guys who are up at the front having to engage the enemy that their teammates aren't helping them out at all. Okay, he's loaded. Rounds out on the IS-32 and splashes in for 313. T-10 just knocked out the E75TS, the new premium German that everyone managed to get at Christmas instead of getting the tank that they did want, the 7032. And there goes the IS-32, taken out in the end by the T-10. Right, well, we found an Object 704 over the other side of the battlefield. And wow, he just took a big hit there from one of our teammates. And we're lining up another shot, but we have to dial in first. Almost there. Not quite ready. Now, rounds out. It's good timing there. And RNG says no, and the shell lands nearby, but he does pick up some hit points. The Progetto's going in to finish the job. Let's hope he does so, or the 704 will finish him. Ouch. He just took a big hit for 298. Now, over near our cap, we've got a Standard B attacking an SU-14-2. And of course, you know the SU-14-2, very little armor, unfortunately. Now, cappapappa's going to be loaded momentarily. He might be able to take out that Standard B with a splash hit. He fires around in and gets him! That's his first kill. As our FV-3805, a tier 9 British Arty, relocates to a new firing position. Now, I may have mentioned before, and one of the tips that I do promote quite a lot is don't ever put two Arty too close to each other. You can occupy the same grid square, but try not to sit side by side or do what cappapappa's doing, which is knocking down trees, because it gives away your position to the enemy. The first thing the enemy Arty will do is, if he's looking for you and he sees the tree go down, he'll immediately think somebody knocked the tree down and it must be an Arty. Well, he got the damage to the Centurion 7-1, but he didn't get the kill. But there's only 4 enemies left now. They lost out in the town. Of course, they lost the only guy who got close to the cap, which was the Standard B. And they're being put under pressure now. And there's a Link 6x6 moving forwards. Now, would he find that Hawk 30 or has he retreated? I think he's retreated. So we're looking up in this corner. The last remaining enemy tanks. There's the Hawk 30. They've got an Arty, a GW Tiger, a Waffenträger auf Panzerfahr, Scorpion G, and that Hawk 30. And the Hawk, well, he's not full health. Cappapappa fires around in, doesn't get a hit, as far as we know. The other ones are closing in on that hill where the enemy was seen the last time, but they probably pulled back from there. There's the Waffenträger. He's moved back. And he just got a big hit. He took out our UDES 16, but he's very low on hit points. He did take a bit of a wallop there from one of our players. And a near miss is going to take him out the game. And you can see he just knocked that building down. Okay, there's the Scorpion G, and he's got a lot more health. But that might be because either he's more careful or because he's been holding back and he hasn't really been participating in the game. That was a good shot. 524 hit points there. Non-penetrating shot, but it was certainly very good. The Hawk's gone down. We're reloading. Be nice if we can get another shot on the Scorpion G. The SU-14-2 is one of the Artys that does... Oh, there he goes. The SU-14-2 is one of the Artys that can actually carry vents, and that means you can increase the speed of loading and also the dialing in of the aim. So it's very important to fit vents to this vehicle. Same with the 212A at tier 9. Oh, excellent shot, right on the money, leaving the last one alive, the GW Tiger P, and he's got to be in that neighborhood because everywhere else has been checked, and there he is. And we're not going to get a shot on him because the clown car is going to go in for the kill. Oh, he got killed. Oh, there is some justice in this world. Yes, clown cars should not exist. So let's have a look at the end of battle stats and we'll see how well everyone did. Cappapappa certainly did very well. And hold on a second because I had to restart and I forgot to open the file, which is not normal of me. So at the moment, if you're looking at a blank screen, I do apologise, but we'll get the screen up momentarily, and there it is. Yes, well, he was only a first class tanker in that game, which is surprising because he did incredibly well, and this is the first class tanker that cappapappa has actually had in the SU-14-2. His win rate for that game was 5,162, and all he got was a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, but he got 17 in total. Let's have a look at the team score and see, is that wrong? Well, it's surprisingly, he got the highest damage in the game, 3,279 hit points, but there was no high caliber. He should have got the high caliber. That is definitely the highest score. There's no doubt about that at all, but he's been denied a medal, which is very odd because that's been happening a lot to Artys recently. And when we look at kills, we can see that he jointly held the top score with hit kills. The Progetto 46 got 3, the Waffenträger auf Panzer 4 got 3 as well, and so did cappapappa. So he's got the top in that, and he got the top in base XP as well, 1,114. So very surprising that he didn't get the high caliber. He's the only player who managed to get over 1,000 base experience points. He was putting the shells out pretty accurately on the enemy and helping his teammates to actually overcome some nasty enemies. So let's have a look at the details. 12 shots fired, 2 direct hits and 1 penetration, 12 splash, damage of 3,279 hit points, all of it was at more than 300 meters. He damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 3, and did 624 hit points of stun assist off 10 stuns. On a premium count, he earned 47,529 credits, and after ammunition resupply took away 24,609 credits. He received 1,671 XP, got 10,026 for completing the mission and events, so he took away 11,697 altogether. So a particularly good battle there for cappapappa, but for some reason he's missing a high caliber, which he should actually have, and it's a bit of a mystery as to why it's happening so often nowadays that somebody's getting a high score and getting the highest damage in the game, a very high win rate, and absolutely no medals. You wonder, is Wargaming doing this deliberately? I mean, he didn't damage anyone on his own team, so there was no justification for them taking away the high caliber. But yes, this is a mystery which I think will go on for some while. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, and thank you for watching.